Right, so 100 plus 100 plus. Oh, sorry guys. I'm just using the old calculator to reckon up just how many, exactly how many bodies I saw in this movie I watched last night, Nightmare City. Oh, piles and piles of bodies. Yeah, more dead bodies I've ever seen. I think there's more dead bodies in that movie than I've seen in any horror movie in my life. So where was I? Right, so. I get that to 1,000. I'm sure there were more bodies than that, because they were just piling up and piling up and piling up and piling up and piling up. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now in this video I'd like to do a review of a fantastic horror Blu-ray that I watched last night from 1980, and that Blu-ray is called Nightmare City. Now this is a fantastic movie from 1980. Oh yeah, I could highly recommend this. Full of action, full of gore, and a thoroughly on the whole a thoroughly enjoyable roller coaster ride from start to finish. Now if you're not familiar with Nightmare City, it's also got another title actually. It's called The City of the Walking Dead. I'll just show you the alternative artwork for that. There you go. Yeah, so this is a fantastic movie if you like 80s horror movies and that, you know, with a good liberal amount of blood and gore and a zombie like theme. I think you will enjoy this one, Nightmare City. So if you're not familiar with Nightmare City, I'll just read you the blurb at the back of this edition, and I'll talk a little bit more about my thoughts on the movie as a whole. Yeah. Okay, so long before zombies took up jogging in 28 Days Later and Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead remake, they were brandishing axes and other sharp implements in Umberto Lenzi's utterly insane radiation sickness opus Nightmare City. Now, in true zombie flesh eater's form, our story begins with the arrival of an ominous, seemingly unmanned craft. In this instance, a military plane making an unscheduled landing at a European airport. Upon forcing the aircraft doors open, the waiting soldiers get a nasty shock when out bursts a horde of flesh-hungry, pizza-faced radioactive ghouls. The Walking Dead are here, and they are very, very hungry. Yeah, so yeah, counting among its fans the likes of Quentin Tarantino and Eli Roth, Nightmare City is a bonkers slice of Italian zombie carnage from the man who shocked the world with the notorious Cannibal Ferox. Yeah, so as I say guys, I watched this last night and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I just got the booklet here as well that came with it. They are great little booklets, and it's got some great extras as well. Yeah, so if you like a good zombie style movie, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one. I really enjoyed it from start to finish. Yeah, yeah, full of action, yeah, from non-stop. And I've never seen so many people slaughtered in one movie as I've seen in this. There's one of the radiation-afflicted monsters. Yeah, I've never seen so many people slaughtered in one movie, you know, as I've seen in this. There's the original poster of the City of the Walking Dead, the other title of it. Yeah, oh yeah, all great cast as well. Yeah, the cast includes Hugo Stiglitz, Laura Trotter, Maria Rosario Amaggio, Sonia Viviani, and Mel Ferrer. Yeah, fantastic cast, fantastic story, and fantastically directed. Yeah, yeah. So I was really hooked on this from start to finish. Yeah, you get the Blu-ray there, and you get the DVD. Yeah. and the makeup was very good in that, and as I say, it's absolute carnage. You know, the way they sort of like, the plane opens, the doors open on the plane, and they all come rushing out in one horde, and they just lay into everybody. You know, they're like sort of like, they're not really the sort of conventional type of zombie, but they're more like radiation afflicted vampires, because what they do when they attack people, they drink their blood as well to sort of preserve. Apparently, from what I can gather from the director's description in you know, his interview in the extras, they're not really they're not really the normal type of zombie, the shambling, slow corpse type of horror character. They're more like radiation afflicted. It's like a virus. They've been afflicted with this radiation sickness, and what they do when they're spreading it. But when they're attacking the people, they're attacking them, but they're drinking their blood to sort of preserve themselves. Otherwise, they die. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some great scenes in this, guys, especially near the end. There's a big face-off set in a deserted fairground, you know, an amusement park. But I don't want to go on too much about that. I'll leave it there. And the ending as well. Oh, it'll make your jaw drop. You know, I mean, I was flabbergasted. You know, and yeah, two great protagonists here and that. You know, yeah, the man and wife and that. And the attacks, oh, they just kill indiscriminately and that, you know. They attack people, they rip them open and that, you know, yeah. And there's one particularly horrifying scene in a lift where this group of people, I think they're office workers, they're trapped in this lift and they're trying to get out, and the doors open, and as the doors open, the pack of the horde of monsters are waiting there, and he grabbed them and he stabbed them, and oh yeah, there's absolute carnage from start to finish. Yeah, this was very, very well directed, this movie, yeah, by Umberto Lenzi. Yeah, he's a fabulous director, and he really knows how to put a good horror movie together. Yeah, so I highly recommend Nightmare City. This is a great release by Arrow, it really is, yeah. And I'll just show you the special features there, guys, if you want to breeze your cameras and take those in there. Yeah, yeah. So as I say, yeah, if you like a good zombie-style horror movie, a generous dollops of blood and gore, I think you will enjoy Nightmare City, yeah. And I got this for a song as well in Liverpool on Saturday, yeah. I picked it up from CX, yeah. It was only £8, yeah. So, oh yeah, I was completely enthralled from start to finish, yeah. You know, the attacks and that, you know, I've never seen so many people slaughtered in one movie as I've seen in this. Bodies were everywhere. The mutated radiation monsters were everywhere. They were growing. You know, in some ways it was reminiscent of George A. Romero's Night of the Living Dead, because you see, like, in one part of the movie, you see an aerial shot and you see the hordes of them just all over the countryside walking and that, you know, yeah, ready to attack the next victim, yeah. And some pretty graphic scenes in this, yeah. And not only do they attack people with their bare hands, but they get implements as well. You know, they get all these like sharp implements and that, and they stab them, they gouge their eyes and that, they rip them open. Oh yeah, oh, one of the best horror movies I've ever seen in my life, this, yeah. I'm not normally a huge fan. I'm not normally a huge fan of zombie movies. I mean, I like the odd one, but I think a lot of them can get pretty stale and samey after a while. Yeah, but I thought Hammer's Plague of the Zombies was my all-time favourite, but this comes a very close second, guys. Nightmare City. Yeah, I say it's not your normal conventional zombie movie. It's a zombie movie with a difference. But as the director said, you know, I believe the lady who he was working with, we initially sort of like started the movie, she kept referring to the monsters as zombies. Said no, they're not zombies. They're kind of radiation afflicted people that just basically have gone on a rampage and that, and just killing indiscriminately. But yeah, all fine performances by the cast and that, you know, yeah. Mel Ferrer, very, very famous actor and that, he's very good in it and that. And the two protagonists, you know, the husband and wife and that, yeah. And the supporting cast, but oh yeah, there's some fantastic scenes in this, guys, yeah. I highly recommend Nightmare City. You know, if you haven't got yourself a copy of it, I highly recommend you go out and get yourself a copy, yeah. And I say loads of special features as well in that, yeah. And I enjoyed the interview as well with Eli Roth. He's a big fan of this movie, as it says in the extras and that, yeah. And oh yeah, he says he's shown it to his he's shown it to people who are interested in filmmaking as students and that, yeah. And yeah, he said, like, there's a, you know, he can't praise this movie enough, Eli Roth, yeah, and that goes for me as well, guys, yeah. I thought it was a fantastic movie, and I'm definitely keeping this in my collection. It's just complete carnage from start to finish. no slow burning boredom here, no jump scares, you know, no you know, feel as if you're going to fall asleep watching it. Just grip from start to finish, right from when that plane it flew into the airport and those doors opened and they all came out in a ravenous horde, hungry for human blood, you know, and they just slaughtered the soldiers, slaughtered anybody could find, you know, it didn't matter. They just laid into them, and some really pretty gory deaths, guys, I can tell you, yeah, and a couple of twists as well, but there's a big twist at the end. I won't reveal that. I'll let you see this movie for yourself, yeah. It had my jaw dropping, I tell you, yeah. Okay, so on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give Nightmare City a whopping 10 out of 10. That is how much I enjoyed this movie. It is fantastic. There's not many horror films now I can say, you know, fantastic and merits a 10 out of 10. This merits a 10 out of 10. No question. If you haven't seen Nightmare City, I highly recommend, you know, you go and get yourself a copy or order it online and that. Yeah, as I say, I got this from CX in Liverpool on Saturday for £8. So if your local CX branch might have a copy, I'd advise you to get it. Yeah, I absolutely love this movie and I'm keeping it in my collection. It's got a good rewatchability factor, all lovely cinematography, great acting, great plot, full of action. What more can I say? What more superlatives can I utter about this awesome movie, Nightmare City? One of the true classics of horror. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. That's my review of Nightmare City. Yeah. Directed by Umberto Lenzi. If you've seen this movie, leave your comments down below. I'd be very, very interested to hear what you thought of it. Do you share my love for it? Yeah, leave your comments down below, guys. Yeah, it's a cracking movie, and you never know, one day they might release it in 4K. Yeah, there's actually 2 transfers on this as well, and that, yeah. So, and I say you've got the DVD. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed Nightmare City. I was completely hooked from start to finish, you know, and as I say, if you like a good zombie style movie, I think you will enjoy this one. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it then. That's my review of Nightmare City from 1980. And if you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comment, and yeah, all going well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Stay safe and stay cool amid this awful hot weather. See you guys.